Yeah. So this one, don't forget to say record.
Okay.
Huh?
Can you try?
Yeah, but let's test without recording. Huh? Then that is the new backup laptop and the new one which missions.
Okay.
Huh?
This is
Which are the
missions.
camcorder. Even with the other
Do
guy.
you want to try that one or leave
No,
it
no,
that way?
no, that's not right. Only when it dies, we'll use it.
Okay.
Nothing is changed right now. So,
He's in the front.
oh. So let's test it, okay?
Yeah, yeah. Now you can check it. I already gone live.
Huh?
Yeah, already gone live.
Okay.
Can you check it?
Coming. Oh, I'll go send it.
Go ahead. Yeah. Yeah. Just
Let's communicate through text.
Yeah, and you also watched live.
Anyone of you want searching for
Dance it you can change and do the side one. Also all together you can I understand. Once you you are focusing on dance. Dance and dance up
the link is there?
It's working.
No, we need to test it. Huh? No, I want to make sure they have the link. Those guys, the India guys.
Oh, I thought yeah. So we just
This is live, right?
Board, yeah. It is live. Okay, it's doing
I'm going to post one more time saying,
good, yeah.
please use this
And
link.
ask them to
Please use this link. We are live now. We are live now. Please let us know. Let us know your feedback. Huh?
yeah, understood. Yeah. So I can also see it from
Please let us know your feedback. Please let us know your feedback.
yeah.
Test it. Okay, let me go. We're good, right?
Yes.
I think
All set. Deeper in it.
Confused, but that's a very good.
I will have. Thank you.
Yeah, we are good.
Okay. So continue cricket. ஸோ அதில் வந்து நம்ம ஓகே மேட்ச் விளையாட போகிறோம். மென்ஸ் ஒன்று, கிட்ஸ் ஒன்று, லேடிஸ் ஒன்று. நீங்கள் வாங்க, சும்மா இந்த இது சும்மா ஒரு நார்மல் கிளாஸ் ப்ரொஃபஷனல் சும்மா ஒரு இன்ட்ரடக்ஷன் பண்ணுறீங்க. ஸோ அதுலேருந்து மேயர் வர்றது அந்த கான்ஸ்டபிள் ஜெனரல் கூப்பிட்டு yeah, it just had me.
Yeah. The other guy said with sugar.
No.
Oh, he wants the sugarless. Yeah.
No, I'm just अंदाज़ इतना फुल मतलब இந்த அனிமேஷன் கோர்ஸ் வந்து ஆந்திரா காரன் மகேஷ் டீட்டெயில் அமுச்சு இன்டர்நேஷ்னல் ஸோ அங்கே இந்தியாவிலேருந்து ஹைதராபாத்தில் 20 இயர்ஸ் எல்லாம் அந்த எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் வாங்கிட்டு ஸோ இந்தியாவிலேருந்து நீங்கள்
Anji, can you close the doors?
Because outside the close. The light.
Yeah, he's somewhere out there. I cannot find him.
I went down. I couldn't find him. He was taking
Can
picture of
somebody
me.
go and find him because he's. I don't know where he is.
Okay, I'll get it.
Functions. He's not taking pictures.
ಫೋನ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಹಾಕೊಂಡಿದ್ವಿ
So get Kali.
ಫೋಟೋಗ್ರಾಫಿ ತೆಗೆದು ಫೋನ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಗಿ
No, okay. You want the photo? I'll find him. I know he was standing there outside.
ವಿಡಿಯೋಗ್ರಾಫರ್ ಫೋಟೋಗ್ರಾಫಿ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಬಾಕಿ
No, but there is no sense in going all to the same level. You go here. I don't know. He has a camera. We don't know him. If somebody came in.
Camera. He has a camera.
Use the camera. You can go shot it.
Camera અહીંયા લગાડ્યો છે.
ના એક વિડિયો છે. Camera. This is a still photographer. Still photographer. He's a photographer. And he's wearing a mask. Nana, he's a video.
You have his number, Mike?
No. Nana, nothing for you.
Here you go, buddy.
Speech तैयार हो गया आंटी आपका। ये भाभी 5 मिनट बात करना है। फूड ड्रेस चेंज करेगा 5 मिनट बात करेंगे। देखूंगी। देखो ना आपको डांस करा दो से नहीं आप क्या भी सकती है।
I think 5 plates में नीचे बड़ी प्लेटों मुट्ठी नहीं है।
How many plates you want?
7, 8. Rekha, you'll get. Oh, we have.
Hey Pratisha, can you get me something?
Sure.
करती रहती।
ಎಂದು ಇದನ್ನದು ಅನಿಮೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟುಡಿಯೋಸ್ ಸೊ
He's only a 60. Go all the way back.
ಅದು ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಹಸ್ಬೆಂಡ್ फोटोग्राफी नहीं पूछांगे खाली 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 ಅನುಭವಿಸುತ್ತೇನೆ ಸುತ್ತ ಒಂದು ಫೋಟೋಗ್ರಫಿ ಫೋಟೋಗ್ರಫಿ வீடியோகிராஃபி எடிட்டிங் தான் நிறைய மீடியா அதுனா அந்த லைனில் போட மாட்டேன் ஸோ அடுத்து அந்த படிச்சுட்டேன் முடிச்சுட்டேன்னா வாசி வீடியோவில் இப்போ டிசைன் நல்லா கேட்குறேன் நான் செஞ்சு கொடுத்துருவேன் சரி நான் சொன்னேன் நம்ம கவுன்சில் வந்து எப்படி காசு வாங்குறது ஒரு அதுக்கு புரியுது அந்த சர்க்கிள் எப்படி வாங்குது ரெண்டு மூணு பேர் திட்டு விட்டாங்க நீங்களே சொன்னீங்க அதனால என்னாச்சு இந்த கோர்ஸ் முடிச்சேன்னு நான் என்ன அதெல்லாம் சொல்கிறாட்ட சர்க்கிளில் காசு அப்படி சொன்னீங்க சொல்லிடுங்க வந்து இல்லை நான் அது என்ன போட்டு
No, something is happening. That's the screen. It's idle, right? Let's see. I don't think so. Oh, I'm checking the sound control.
और जो लाइव स्ट्रीम होता हो रहा है लाइव स्ट्रीम होता है
That is idle, right? It's the record.
बट इधर रिकॉर्ड ऑन कर दिया रिकॉर्ड ऑन कर दिया
It's the record on that. I want to see if that is recorded. Yes. Now start the actual program. Let's start the recording. So then it won't go over.
இல்லை நம்ம டிக்கெட் வர அந்த ஜெயர் அவனை கூட்டிகிட்டு வந்துருக்காங்க ஏன்னா இந்திராணிக்கு வந்து அந்த காலேஜ் தான் பிடிக்கும் He loves his photography. அதனால
It's the same thing. The same thing. Yes.
Did you see that?
She's all the way back by the
Can you tell somebody for a cup of coffee for Auntie? Thank you.
Yeah, see okay. Because it's very important. If you have a calculator.
மிடில் இன்னும் வேணாம் தானே சைடில் போட்டாங்க சரி எமர்ஜென்சி அது வேறு எதுவும் போட்டாங்கன்னா அவன் எதை கேட்டாங்க It's in my attention.
He has his own description.
Do you need a stand tripod?
It's okay. Feel it, feel it there now. then the chicken burger. Public order. இப்படி வைக்க முடியாதுண்ணா. இல்லை இது கேமரா எப்படி அவங்க எடுத்து வராது. என்னது இல்லை அந்த ஸ்டாண்ட் வந்து நம்ம இதில் பார்க்கலாம். சரிங்க லாஸ்ட் the once the dance practice into I will deep of it will cover the whole thing. Sure. வேறு குரூப்பாக சொல்லுங்கள். வந்து இந்த மியூசிக் மியூசிக்லாம் இந்த டிஃப்ரெண்ட் பட் அதுவும் உங்களுக்கு நாட்டியம் டிஃபால்ட் ஏன்னா இதற்கு ஒரு குரூப் வச்சுருக்காங்க ஒரு குரூப் வரல இது எழுதியிருக்கணும். only display tell like yeah, that's what it is. Dial up and down then possible.
Yeah, that way you can focus on the dancer with the flow. Okay, well, and now you want to come here and there and then kind of.
Then steam all in the
Audio screen, you use the audio pencil, everything is dependent. Not to use that. You can change that. You can replace that.
Yeah, photographer. The board photographer.
Friendly.
ஓடி போகிறா கொஞ்சம்.
Namaste everybody, good evening. It's great to see you all here. Thank you for being here tonight. We have a wonderful evening planned for you all, and of course Aesha is the star of the evening, and we will get started in a few minutes. Meanwhile, I hope you have had a chance to have some snacks and tea and coffee outside. So just hang in there and we should be getting started soon. Thank you all.
Can you not use that door? Go to the front door. Go to the front door.
Ladies and gentlemen, namaskar. Welcome to Aesha's Arangetram. Thanks to all of you for taking the time out of your busy schedule and being here on this Saturday afternoon to grace this occasion and make this event a memorable one for all of us. Your presence here means a lot to Jignesh and I, particularly in this tough time caused by the pandemic. We are also grateful to several of our close friends and family who have joined us on the YouTube Live, some from here in US, some all the way from India, Canada, Australia, and UAE. Thanks to all for joining. Today we will witness our daughter, Aesha, perform her Arangetram, the first solo on-stage performance for a student of Indian classical dance. Bharatanatyam, the dance form Aesha is performing, is a 2,000-year-old dance style and is one of the most graceful, subtle, and sophisticated style of dance art. Aesha has been learning this dance style for the last 12 years, under the able guidance from a true legend in this field, Guru Dr. Ratnakumar. We will hear a lot more about the Guru and the dances as the program progresses.
We are truly honored to have our very good friend Lata Krishna Rao as the master of ceremony for this event. Lata ji, as I like to call her, in her professional life is a certified urban planner with a passion for creating neighborhoods with high quality of life. She retired as a community development director for the city of Pearland, a position she held for 14 years. Currently she is working as a practice leader with Gunda Corporation. She got her master's degree in urban planning from Columbia University, New York. During her tenure, the city of Pearland received planning excellence 7 times and the Scenic City Gold Certificate for 10 years. In addition to her professional skills, Lata is passionate about public service. She has been a Rotarian for over 10 years and has successfully implemented multiple international service projects in India for the empowerment of women and children. So far, these projects have provided literacy for more than 100,000 kids. She loves working with Pearland children as well, and she is the coordinator of the first ever District Community Interact Club. By the way, on a personal note, our daughter Aesha, the star of today's show, is actually the current president of the Interact Club. We are so lucky to have Lata as our MC. Please help me in welcoming Lata Krishna Rao on the podium. Lata ji, all yours.
Thank you, Jignesh, for those kind words. Again, welcome everybody. We are so thrilled to have you here to attend Aesha's Arangetram in person. I know these are trying times, so it really means a lot to the Derasari family that you took the time to come and attend in person. And of course, for all of you that are attending through YouTube, welcome again. And as Jignesh said, I have known Aesha since before she was born, so this is a very, very special event for me. In fact, when Aesha started learning Arangetram, their parents had told me that they want me to MC when she did Arangetram, and so thanks to her guru, Ratnakumar, and she's here today, and so it's a very, very special occasion for all of us. It is a real honor and a pleasure to be here today. And again, as Jignesh said, I had the privilege of knowing Aesha as her Interact coordinator. She's an amazing Interact Club president, and I'm so proud to be part of her journey. So just a few housekeeping things that before we get started. Would like to remind everybody to make sure that you mute your phones and also refrain from flash photography. No drinks and food are allowed in the auditorium. The program brochures are available outside. When the program is done, we do request that don't leave them here, take it outside and put it back on the table. Also, we would request you to refrain from getting up from your seat in the middle of the dance and walk in front of others. It's distracting not only to the audience but also to the dancer. So we do appreciate that. And if anybody has small children, they can sit in the back close to the exit so that they can enjoy the function, as well as if they need to go out, it's convenient for them. And again, as I said, these are different times. So we do have masks and hand sanitizers outside. So please use them as you feel necessary. And also, as you see, the auditorium is big enough for social distancing. So please, again, make sure that you are comfortable. So just running through the program, we have the items listed on your program sheet. But after the function, Jignesh and Punita have also arranged for dinner, so please stay back and enjoy the dinner and before you go back. So just a little bit, most of you probably know about Bharatanatyam, but for those who are attending this program for the first time, it is a 2,000-year-old art form that originated in Tamil Nadu, and it has flourished in the temples and courts of southern India. And it is one of the 8 forms of Indian classical dances with its roots in the principles of Natya Shastra, which is a classical treatise in Indian dance. So it is really governed by a lot of rules and sequences and things like that. And Bharatanatyam combines the elements of the abstract and the emotional through the fusion of nritta, which is rhythm, and nritya, which is expression, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. And so the traditional Bharatanatyam performance follows a seven-part order of presentation, and this set is called the marga. So if you've been to other Arangetrams, you'll see that there is a sequence of dances that the performer undertakes, which typically starts with a prayer and ends with the tilana and the mangalam. So Aesha will be presenting 7 dances today that follow the traditional marga of the Bharatanatyam. So without much ado, I know you're anxious to get started. We will start the first dance, which is a traditional dance to pray to Lord Ganesha, to bless this auspicious endeavor. And as most of you know, it's a Hindu tradition to evoke Lord Ganesha and request him to remove all obstacles from our path before commencing anything. And so Aesha will start her recital with his first dance, paying homage to Lord Ganesha and seek his blessings to ensure the success of her Arangetram. The dance will be preceded by a traditional prayer to Lord Shiva and the god of dance. So starting with dance number 1, let's get started with Gam Ganapati. Thank you.
Thank you.
Was that not a wonderful performance? It's truly a pleasure to be here today. It's a special evening with Aesha dancing under the guidance of Guru Ratna Kumar, with all these accomplished musicians that have traveled from far and wide to be here today. Thank you all so much for coming here tonight and making this such a pleasurable evening for all of us. Okay, the next dance is the Jati Swaram, and it is one of the most beautiful pieces of pure Indian classical dance that has been complimented often. And Jati Swaram is an example of a pure dance or nritta sequence in which the performer beats several patterns on a basic musical composition. The dancer unifies the three aspects of dance: music, rhythm, and movements. Abhinaya or expressions is very unique to Indian classical dance, and storytelling through facial expressions is the hallmark of Indian classical dance that sets it apart from other dances of the world. However, Jati Swaram is an exception because it does not involve storytelling or expressions, and the dance just focuses on the beauty and technique of Bharatanatyam. So the technique is in full evidence in this dance, which is replete with rhythmic sequences called the jatis, choreographed to varying patterns of musical notes called the swaras. So ladies and gentlemen, the next item is the Jati Swaram. Thank you. what a wonderful performance. I hope you got to enjoy the Jati Swaram, which again had all the rhythmic sequences choreographed to the various patterns of the musical notes of the swaras. So at this point, I would like to introduce Shubhani. Shubhani is a friend of Aesha's and also a disciple of Guru Ratna Kumar. Shubhani just had her Arangetram last weekend, and so we really congratulate her on her accomplishments. And she's going to talk a little bit about her Guru Ratna Kumar. Shubhani.
Good evening. My name is Shubhani Kumar, and today I will be speaking about Ratnanti. There is an enormous honor held in the opportunity to speak about your Guru, and under these circumstances, this honor is in my highest admiration for a Guru who has blessed both Aesha and I with both her knowledge and passion as we learned together for the last 10 to 12 years. Our Guru, Dr. Ratna Kumar, is someone who is both easy and difficult to talk about for the same reason. Auntie has numerous awards to her name that would take ages to list, but that doesn't even begin to describe her influence on every single one of her students. Aesha and I are only two of over 2,000 students Auntie has trained and mothered in both Kuchipudi and Bharatanatyam at the Anjali Center for Performing Arts, which she started in 1975 as the first institution of Indian classical dance in Texas. And yet, she is somehow able to tailor every song, every dance, and every movement to each individual pupil. Auntie's success is well known in both the United States and in India, as she is honored with a congressional recognition and a certificate of appreciation from Texas Governor Rick Perry in 2002. In India, Auntie was awarded with a prestigious Sangeet Natak Academy Award for Kuchipudi from the Indian government in 2011. As her students with years under her guidance, Auntie has given all of us more than a passion for the arts. She has given us an anchor that ties us back to our faith, whatever that may be for each student. Truly, Ratnanti is the strongest person any Anjali student will say they have ever met, which makes us even luckier to have had that amount of strength and a mentor to learn and grow from. Auntie doesn't just teach dance, but she also teaches us the moral and ethics that derive from our culture. She explains every story and every meaning to us with extreme patience and utter devotion to the art form, not sparing one detail. The tradition that she has passed down to those of us raised here connects each and every one of her students to an art form that is so ancient and sacred. All of us students can admit sometimes it is difficult to blend the cultures around us with the ones we were raised with, and it can be confusing for anyone. But Auntie's emphasis on traditionalism and her ability to weave universal ideologies through dance has given us a connection to a world far beyond our existence. And for that, Ratna Auntie has shown us what it means to transcend through time in her teachings, as she embodies both tradition and expansion. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So again, so you know, for those of you who did not know Guru Ratna Kumar, who's an icon in Houston, you know a little bit more about her now. Also, if you Google her name, you will see all the prestigious awards she has won over the last 50 years. I was really impressed. So yeah, take that time and Google her name and you'll be so impressed. Thank you so much. I think the city of Houston is very, very fortunate to have you here, and we truly appreciate that. So the next dance is the third dance, which is Hey Veena Vadini. And this dance is a very beautiful song in Gujarati that addresses Goddess Saraswati, who's the goddess of fine arts, knowledge, education, and learning.
Goddess Saraswati is the one who dispels the darkness of ignorance from the world by shining her light of knowledge. The dance describes her as dressed in white, seated on a white lotus, as the consort of Lord Brahma and a friend of Goddess Parvati and Lakshmi. There are some very unusual features in Aesha's recital because of the language. Since Tamil Nadu in the olden days was bilingual, one typically expects all Bharatanatyam songs to be in Tamil or Telugu. Great poets such as Tyagaraja and Shyama Shastri were bilingual and spoke both Tamil and Telugu. What is unusual is that Aesha's recital has songs in her mother tongue, that is Gujarati. And this is a testament to the adaptability of Indian classical dance and how it can use lyrics from other languages but still retain the beauty of its idiom. And this is a perfect example of the diversity of India. And despite multiple languages, Bharatanatyam still retains its purity. So, Hey Veena Vadini is a classical song set in the Bhattiya Rag, which is similar to another rag of Carnatic music. So the next item is Hey Veena Vadini. What a wonderful performance. I think she deserves another big round of applause. So At this time, I would like to call on Shrey, who's Aesha's brother, and her grandmother, Srimati Veerbala Desai, to come on the Derasari to come on the stage. And just a brief introduction, as I said, Shrey is Aesha's older brother, and he is a rising senior at Vanderbilt University studying biomedical engineering. And Srimati Veerbala Derasari, who we lovingly call Ba or Auntie, is Aesha's 85-year-old grandmother. She's a retired school teacher and played a major role in raising Aesha. From teaching her the language of Gujarati to imparting religious wisdom, Ba has been a pivotal character in Aesha's upbringing, and we are truly proud and blessed to have her speak today. So thank you all, and please welcome Shrey and Ba on the stage. Please coming up on the stage.
Good evening, and welcome to Aesha's Arangetram. My name is Shrey, like Latana said, and I'm Aesha's brother. And before I begin, my grandmother has prepared a few words about Aesha in our native tongue of Gujarati.
જય શ્રી કૃષ્ણ. આમંત્રિત મહેમાનો, આપ સૌ ઈશાના આરંગેત્રમ પ્રોગ્રામમાં અત્રે ઉપસ્થિત થયા તે બદલ આપ સૌનો ખૂબ ખૂબ આભાર. આજથી 12 વર્ષ પહેલા ઈશાએ ભરતનાટ્યમ શરૂ કર્યું એ દિવસ મને હજી યાદ છે. એ વખતે એ મીનાક્ષી ટેમ્પલમાં જતી હતી ત્યારે તેના ગુરુ શ્રી વેણુગોપાલ હતા. સતત 12 વર્ષ તેણે અભ્યાસ કર્યો. 12 વર્ષના અથાગ પરિશ્રમ અને ધગશથી એશા તે તારી મંજિલ સફળ કરી છે અને તેમાં તને તારા માતા પિતાનો પૂરેપૂરો સાથ મળ્યો છે. ઈશા તે તો દેરાસરી કુટુંબનું નામ રોશન કર્યું છે. આજે તારા દાદાજી હયાત હોત તો તેમના આનંદનો પાર ન હોત. તારા પપ્પાએ ઇન્ડિયામાં ઇન્વિટેશન મોકલ્યું અને ઘણા બધા સગા અને સંબંધીઓએ અભિનંદનના સંદેશ મોકલ્યા છે. અને અત્યારે તારા નાના નાની મામા મામી અને બીજા સગાઓ લાઈવ પ્રોગ્રામ જોઈ રહ્યા છે એ આપણા માટે ગર્વની વાત છે. બેટા, જીવનના દરેક ક્ષેત્રમાં તું આગળ ને આગળ વધતી જાય અને તારું લક્ષ્ય સિદ્ધ કરે એવી મારી અંતઃકરણની આશીષ છે. હવે હું મારી દીકરી માટે 2 લીટી ગાઉં છું. દીકરી મારી લાડકવાઈ લક્ષ્મીનો અવતાર. દીકરી મારી લાડકવાઈ લક્ષ્મીનો અવતાર. એ સુએ ત્યાં જ્યારે રાત પડે ને જાગે તો સવાર દીકરી મારી લાડકવાઈ લક્ષ્મીનો અવતાર.
Thank you. So, for those of you not fluent in Gujarati, please allow me to briefly translate my Ba's moving words. Thank you all for attending Aesha's Arangetram today. I still remember the day that Aesha started her Bharatanatyam lessons 12 years ago. At that time, it was at the Meenakshi temple. Aesha, you have achieved your goals with excellent diligence, and that is due to your parents' amazing support. You have brought honor to the Derasari family. Had your grandfather been here today, his happiness would know no bounds. The entire family in India is currently watching your performance through a live stream with absolute pride. Veda, I wish for you to achieve your goals and your upcoming future, and undoubtedly bright future. Now, on to my own words. While I reflect the same sentiments as my grandmother and everyone else speaking here today, those with siblings know that the relationship between brother and sister is slightly different. It's not exactly sunshine and roses all the time. Amidst all of the daily conflicts and arguments about who ate the last bag of chips in the pantry, and I swear I'll never do it, there was a few moments of peace in our household. However, in those moments, we always supported each other whenever help was needed. Even after when I moved out for college, I was always a FaceTime call away to help with schoolwork or even give some helpful tips on dealing with my parents if they're in a bad mood. However, over time, Aesha developed a ferocity and determination that never backs down from a challenge. While others may turn their back in the face of adversity, Aesha is sure to face them head on and with a smile. This Arangetram was only one example of how she's used these skills. From being an exceptionally bright student to an athlete on the swim team, her fierce demeanor keeps her motivated in victory and defeat. She truly makes every effort to be a well-rounded person and live her life to the fullest. The first example that comes to mind happened about a year ago, when she had a conflict between a debate tournament and a homecoming dance one Friday night. While many of us might prioritize one or the other and eventually have to let one go, my sister decided that no, she's going to attend both, compete, and rush back to her dance, still in her debate suit. While everyone else was wearing dresses, rather than being embarrassed about her clothing, she simply shrugged and proudly said, "It's fine, I'm breaking social barriers," and still had an absolute blast. It's her willingness to change and adapt to her surroundings that makes her such an amazing person. I'm proud to call her my sister. Through the years, I've not only been her brother, but her teacher, her student, and most importantly, her friend and confidant. I'm excited to see what she does next because I'm sure whatever it is, it'll be breaking barriers. Thank you.
While they're taking their places, I'd like to set the record straight. There's a little anachronism there because Venu came to work with the Anjali Center 11 years ago. But Aesha started with me with Tamil Ganeshan's house and studied with me until 2014 when I stopped going anywhere because my husband was critically ill and dying in the hospital. And that's when I stopped teaching for 7 months. And Venu taught all my classes. And Aesha became their student during that time. But I had the pleasure and the joy of teaching this beautiful child from the time she was like 4.5 or something. She was a very pretty child. Loved having her. Thank you. Just wanted to set the record straight.
Thank you, Auntie and Trey. It was really nice to get some insight about Aesha, from Aesha's family, about her. The accompanying music to Bharatanatyam is generally in the Carnatic style of South India, as is the recitation and chanting. And so Guru Ratna Kumar today is also the conductor of the entire performance and is also playing the cymbals or the Natuvangam, which is the most important instrument on the stage. And that is tapped in conjunction with the dancer's feet. Bharatanatyam performances, in addition to the vocalist and the Natuvangam, have traditionally been accompanied by instruments such as veena, violin, flute, mridangam, etc. So I'm going to just introduce the musicians on the stage today. As I said, they've come from all over the country and outside the country to be here and give us the pleasure of listening to them tonight. So starting with Sutikshana Veeravali is our vocalist tonight. She's sitting right there in the great center. Sutikshana is a Carnatic vocalist and a Bharatanatyam artist from Chicago, Illinois, and has been pursuing both arts for over 20 years. She's trained in music by Kalaimamani Dr. R. Surya Prakash and was also taught dance by her mother, Guru Srimati Valita Veeravali, and takes joy in teaching both arts herself. Her performances take her all across North America and India, and including Madras Music Academy Spirit of Youth and HCL Festival, Bharat Kalachar, Cleveland Tyagaraja Festival, and many, many more. She has to her name the title of Yuva Kala Vipanchi from the Vipanchi Natyalaya, Promising Young Artist awarded by Brahma Gana Sabha, and most recently the Special Commendation Award from Bharat Kalachar. Along with her lifelong pursuit of these traditional complementary arts, Sutikshana works to draw enriching factors from them to link to her academic focus in behavioral sciences. And currently she's also a graduate student of special education at Boston University and is committed to growing community resources for education and well-being. In the same vein, she volunteers as an education and peer support leader at Care Spaces, which is an organization aiming to provide tangible measures for a more conscientious and ethical workplace in the Indian creative arts communities. Again, ladies and gentlemen, let's give her a big round of applause. Maya Iyer, again, we've known Maya for a number of years now, almost 15 years, and she is on the violin tonight. Maya is the daughter and disciple of her father, Sri Mahesh Iyer, and has given numerous performances in the USA and India since the age of 10, with the most notable ones during the December music season in Chennai. RK Convention Center, MD Anderson Cancer Center, and Classical Arts Society of Houston. She completed her Bharatanatyam and violin Arangetrams in 2014 and 2016 respectively. She continues to take advanced lessons from leading artists who visit, such as Maestro Ganesh Rajagopalan, Sri V.V. Murari, and Sri Vittal Ramamurthy. She is a recent graduate of University of California at Berkeley and currently works as a strategy consultant for a biotech and pharmaceutical consulting firm. Again, let's give Maya a big round of applause. So on the Mridangam, we have Sri Vasudevan Govindarajan. Vasu has come here all the way from Canada for this performance tonight. Thank you so much, Vasu. Again, he had to take COVID test in 2 places. Really appreciate that. So he began his training under Guru Sri K.M. Vaidyanathan and later learned to play the Kanjira from Sri G. Harishankar and enriched his technique under Sri Karaikudi R. Mani. He is a graded artist of All India Radio, and he has accompanied many musicians and dancers and performed extensively in India, Europe, North America, South America, the Caribbean islands, and Canada. He has collaborated with jazz, Iranian and Chinese musicians to highlight the versatility and adaptability of the mridangam's sound to different musical traditions. He was featured on Busy Bodies, a program by CBS television, and has provided mridangam accompaniment for films such as Welcome to Canada and Faces of the Hands, which were made by the National Film Board of Canada. He has also established the Nanam Academy of Dance and Music in 1988 and given a number of workshops and demonstrations in the University of Montreal, McGill University, Concordia University, the University of Sherbrooke, and Shivananda Yoga organizations, ashrams, and centers. And the goal is to inspire more Canadians to develop a passion for percussion. Again, what a wonderful set of achievements. Thank you so much for being here. So moving on, we are going to move on to our next dance, which would be the 6th in this series. It is Anandeshwari. And as the name indicates,
Varnam is the next dance.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Thank you, Auntie. Yes, thank you so much. Yeah, I was jumping. So yes, as Auntie said, the next dance is the Varanam. And so the Varanam is a long piece, and it's singularly the most difficult, evocative, and the most beautiful dance in the entire Bharatanatyam repertoire. The beauty of Varanam is unparalleled. This long dance is very taxing both mentally and physically because of the amount of memorization that is involved and the range of emotions that the dancer is required to display. The elaborate storytelling with a range of facial expressions is interspersed with rhythmic sequences that show the technique of Bharatanatyam. So this Varanam is based on a philosophical poem that, through various stories, urges people to dedicate and direct all their attention to God instead of human relations. So this piece is really significant because it is based on Narsim Mehta's composition in Gujarati, which is Aesha's native language. And Narsim Mehta was a 15th century poet, saint of Gujarat. He was notable as a bhakta and an exponent of Vaishnava poetry. He's especially revered in Gujarati literature, where he is acclaimed as its Adi Kavi, or first among poets. And you all probably know the bhajan Vaishnava Janato, which was Mahatma Gandhi's favorite bhajan also. And that was composed by Narsim Mehta and has become synonymous with him. And thanks to Ratnati for introducing me to this great poet, I started reading more about him. And what is really interesting is he was really a true visionary. In the 15th century, he believed in inclusion of the downtrodden, the Harijans, and respected women and fought for women's rights. So truly an inspiring poet. So Aesha will be performing the Varanam next. Thank you.
I'd like to just add a personal note about the musicians. Vasu Kundarajan actually played for all the first Arangetrams of ours way before Keshavan and Muthukumar started coming in here. So it was like we kind of come full circle, and joy to have him back with us. He comes from a family of dancers and musicians, so his Hindutva is beautifully adapted to this art form. So Tikshna is one of the most extraordinary young women I have met in my life. And I have learned from her what it is to be resilient and strong. Very admirable young lady who is a wonderful dancer and a wonderful singer. Maya, my kid, Maya, my child. Maya is my student, and I'm supremely proud of her. That she is as beautiful a violinist as she is a dancer. And I cannot tell you my joy having these three people with me today. Thank you.
Narayana Hari Narayana Hari Narayana Hari Narayana Narayana Hari Narayana Hari Narayana Hari
He who chants the name of Narayan will be freed from all his sufferings, says the poet Narasimha Mehta. Just as Gajendra, the elephant king, was saved from the jaws of the crocodile from imminent death, whom Krishna killed by using his disc. Forget your family ties, but not your relationship with God, urges the poet. Mirabai remained steadfast in her devotion to Krishna, in spite of her father-in-law's failed attempt to poison her. Prince Siddhartha, after witnessing sickness, old age, and death, renounced all his riches, his parents, wife, and child in the pursuit of truth, which is but the embodiment of Narayan. Though the rishis refused to part with their food at Krishna's request, their wives were very willing to please their beloved Krishna by offering him all their preparations. The gopis of Braj forgot their daily chores when they heard the strains of Krishna's divine flute and danced with him joyously in the garden of Vrindavan. Revel in the name of Narayan and you will attain bliss, says Narasimha Mehta.
Narayan Nam Janeta Mare Premi Narayan Nam Janeta Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
wasn't it amazing to see how she brought all the stories to life, showing a range of emotions? And if you all noticed, she was able to portray the 8 basic bhavas or emotions that are part of Bharatanatyam, which is love, humor, energy, anger, fear, grief, disgust, and astonishment. So truly a wonderful piece. And now we move on to the next item on the program, which is a dance called Vari Jaun Re. And in this dance, the poet is full of amazement at Lord Krishna's wondrous deeds or leelas, which he appears to have performed with surprising ease. And Vari Jaun Re is another Gujarati song, also a composition of Narasimha Mehta. However, what is interesting is that the sentiments in the song are diametrically opposite from the previous song. Whereas the previous song was very philosophical, this song describes in admiration little Krishna's antics and miracles. And the poet asks with awe and wonder, says, Lord Krishna, when did you have time for all your leelas? To dance on the snake Kalia, to kill a demon, to kill a crocodile, to dance with the gopis, to steal butter. How did you do all this? Aesha will bring these leelas to life with her beautiful and expressive rendition. And again, this dance is very special because Guru Ratna Kumar has composed the music for the song. So, hope you enjoy the next dance, Vari Jaun Re. Thank you.
Sham
What an amazing rendition. I am besotted by you, Lord Krishna. I'm in awe. I'm amazed. I wonder at your antics. I'm sure you all were part of that song when Aesha portrayed it so beautifully. So it's just, again, thanks to Ratnanti, the music was wonderful, and again, amazing music too. Thank you so much. So now we have a few of Aesha's cousins, again, who have traveled from Dallas. They're here today, and they will be coming and talking to us a little bit about Aesha and share some stories with us. So I would like to invite Dhruti and Dhwani to come up on the stage and share some stories with us. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Dhruti, and this is my sister Dhwani, and we're Aesha's cousins, just like Latanti said.
Thank you for coming tonight to see our amazing sister take this new step in her dance journey. I'm sure you're all enjoying the program as much as we are.
Over the years, we've had the privilege of watching Aesha grow up to be a beautiful, talented young woman. I have a very special fond memory of her back in the summer of 2009 in India during our impromptu dancing sessions. So I specifically remember after we would finish our dance, whatever crazy dance we wanted to do for the day, that she would run to me and scream in her little toddler voice saying, "Show me, show me." She wanted to review, edit, and redo the dance until it was absolutely perfect. And of course, I see that in her dance performances today. It's like I'm having a deja vu moment of that 3-year-old versus a 15-year-old today.
You know, one of my favorite memories of Aesha is during your engagement. I remember that I was in charge of teaching Aesha a short dance. Aesha was probably 6 around this time, and I was for sure certain that there's no way that she can memorize all those steps. But man, was I wrong. She was able to memorize everything, and she was able to perform so beautifully. And above all, she had so much of fun and genuine happiness performing in front of everyone.
I'm sure all of you can agree today, her performances thus far have been spine-chilling, especially the Varnam. I mean, I'm watching the 30 minutes of wonder, and I have literal chills down my spine. She has been amazing, full of energy, and shining tonight.
As my sister and I watch our daughters, Ria and Tara, grow up, I hope that Aesha will pass her love and passion for dance to her nieces. We love you, Aesha.
Thank you, Dhruti and Dhwani. Now we have Aesha's friends here to talk a few words about her.
Hello everyone, my name is Paola. And my name is Mila, and as Aesha's best friends, we are very qualified to talk about her this evening.
We have known Aesha since the 6th grade when we decided to sit together at lunch.
This lunch cemented our bond, and from then on, we sat together whenever we could.
Classes became more tolerable, and Aesha's math abilities really got us through that year.
In every group project we had, we were working together, no questions asked.
After only a few months, even the teachers knew we were friends. But don't worry, we never caused any trouble.
This was a pretty constant theme for the next few years until we got to high school, checked our schedules, and realized lunch would be the only time we had together. The pain was real.
Many say that high school is when friendships change, but in our opinion, that's not true. This new environment just gave us more reason to spend more time with each other outside of school. Many nights were spent on FaceTime, doing homework of course, and sleepovers became more common.
And throughout the year of COVID, these sleepovers just turned into longer FaceTimes and watching movies over Netflix party. Because of these experiences, we can confidently say that Aesha is the most loving, hardworking, and thoughtful person that we know.
Every year we are blessed with her presence, as well as her presence as she gives the most sincere and personal gifts that any birthday girl could ever ask for.
Anytime we're nervous or have something important coming up, Aesha is our personal cheerleader, giving us the confidence and inspiration to do well.
Whenever we need advice, we know if we go to Aesha, we will receive nothing but loving support and honest opinions that will push us in the right direction.
Not only have we seen her strive in school and clubs, we have watched as she prepared her dances for today,
which we can all see are very beautiful,
practicing and perfecting every move on top of her already very busy schedule.
After all these years of friendships, there is yet to be a dull moment with Aesha. She brightens every room she walks into, only giving us another thing to love about her.
Aesha, congratulations on all you have accomplished today and your journey to this graduation.
We want you to know that we love you and we're proud of you.
Also, we miss you because with all the practicing you've been doing, we've not hung out enough.
Thank
you.
Thank you, Fiona and Mara. We'll have a musical interlude now with our musicians playing a song for you all. Thank you so much. What a beautiful song. So, just a little bit about the significance of Arangetram. It is a Tamil word, and Aranga means raised floor or stage, and Etram means climbing or ascending, meaning ascending the stage. It is also called Ranga Pravesha in Kannada, another South Indian language. And Ranga means stage, and Pravesha means entering the stage. So ideally, Arangetram used to be the first public performance of an artist. After learning Bharatanatyam under the guidance of an accomplished guru, this is the occasion for the proud guru to present her disciple to the public. And as you see, the accompaniments play a major role in the making of a memorable dance performance. The basic accompaniments are the singer, the mridangam player, the violin player, and of course, as we said, the natuvangam. Sometimes the veena, the flute, and other instruments are also used. So this is the first formal solo performance of Aesha, and therefore the first applause and the first word of appreciation is always special for her. So could we all give her a big round of applause again? So while she's getting ready for her next performance, I'm going to request the musicians to have another interlude, please.
Thank you.
hearing the pretty, joyful music of your flute, my mind is flowing like waves. Thank you so much. That was such a beautiful rendering of the song, Alai Payo De Kanna. Very nice. Thank you so much, Maya. So let's give her a big round of applause, everybody. So finally, the next dance is Anandeshwar. So as the name indicates, Anandeshwar is a dance about Lord Shiva, the one who does the Anand Tandav. Tandav or Tandavam, also known as Tandavanatyam, is a divine dance performed by Lord Shiva. The Tandav has vigorous and brisk movements. Lord Shiva is known for dancing 7 types of Tandavs, and when he reaches his moment of ecstasy and joy, he explodes into this dance, and that becomes his Ananda Tandav. This is one of the most performed Tandavs, and this dance, Anandeshwar, is set to music by Shyamala Bhave. So, ladies and gentlemen, Anandeshwar. Wasn't that an amazing, exuberant, and energetic performance of Lord Shiva's Arangetram? I'm sure you enjoyed it as much as I did. At this time, I would like to invite Guru Ratnakumar to come on the stage and say a few words and present the certificate to Aesha.
I've elevated myself. If you can still see me. Namaste, good evening to everyone. Once again, I have to say that when Punita brought this beautiful little girl to me, she was just 4, maybe 4.5, very quiet looking little child. My first look at her, I thought, my God, what a gorgeous little kid this is. And then as she was growing up, I kept thinking, she's going to look very nice in a Bharatanatyam costume. As you know, every teacher imagines every student in a costume. And I guess in a way, a teacher is a mother too. So we, like Punita, I have the same dream for all my girls, just like their mothers have. So I kept visualizing this child growing into a beautiful dancer one day. The thing is that We dream for our children, but how many children really make our dreams come true? Because dance and music are really not for everyone, and you don't stick with them unless you have something inside you that responds to this. Because a long time back, my mother said one thing to me: if you pursue an art form diligently, with sincerity, with a sacred spiritual mission and vision, it is Purva Janma Sukrutam. You have done something good in your past life. Therefore, you have been blessed by God to perform this art form. Good or bad, you're performing it, and I think that the desire to worship God through an art form is indeed Purva Janma Sukrutam. If Aesha did not like it, or if Aesha did not feel something in her heart for this art form, she would have quit long time back. Because I've had many quitters too at the Anjali Center. I cannot say that every student I taught went all the way. Only a few do. Those that go all the way are the ones who are true to their art, who love this art form. And no matter how much I scold them, how much I yell at them saying, sit in harmony, do this, do that, they don't quit because they love it. There is a passion within them which responds to every instruction I give them, with every song I teach them. And it is so fulfilling, especially technique is like math. Mathematics is very precise, very easy to, if you can be bad at math, yes, I know, but it's easier to learn. But emoting is extremely difficult, extremely difficult. I know, having taught for 46 years, I have seen you can make a child do a Jatiswanam or a Tilar with ease, but for a child to understand the meaning of a song, to be able to express it, it takes a lot of maturity. Today, I was watching Aesha from the side. I wish I could have watched her with all of you from there. And I was so astounded by her facial expressions. In class, I was to say, Aesha, smile, do this, do that. And she would nod her head. Aesha doesn't talk too much, she would smile. And I knew that she's absorbed it, because the one thing is that she has the memory of an elephant and never forgot instructions, unless they were convenient. But no, Aesha has been a very good student, really good in the sense she's a good girl, she's a good student, and she's very disciplined, and that is what I loved about her. And we've had a wonderful time through the pandemic, amazing though it was. I don't even know, hats off to these kids. We underestimate our children, all the children. We keep thinking, oh, can they do this, can they do that? They can. They rise to every occasion because they have it in them. They are extremely capable, as you witnessed today. Through the pandemic, I have no idea how, through Zoom lessons, the children are able to learn so much, to imbibe so much information, to absorb, to retain, to be able to perform. And dance requires so much of physical stamina. And Zoom lessons really don't improve your stamina. And just these past, literally just only a month that we've had face-to-face lessons. And what Aesha has achieved, what Shivani achieved last week, and what the others will be achieving in the next couple of weeks is really an amazing feat. And I want you to please really applaud these children who do so well against many odds. The pandemic was one of the worst, and yet they have risen so high and done such a wonderful job. I'm sure we're very, very proud of our kids, and I am very proud of Aesha. She was a beautiful child, she's a beautiful young woman, from within and without. And I love her very much, and I'm very, very, very proud of her. And I have to acknowledge, when I couldn't teach her for a while, because of my personal situation, I must say my right hand, Anjali's assistant director, Venugopal, who's manning the lights today, he came to the rescue and he took over and did a wonderful job of continuing and not allowing Aesha to slacken in any way, and he held the fort. And if Aesha has come this far today, his hand and this evolution of Aesha the dancer is he has had a big hand in that too. Thank you very much. I want to thank Jignesh and Punita for their love, for their trust, for giving me their beautiful daughter to train. And Jignesh was an in absentia father for a long time, traveling all the time. And I would see only Punita. And I never saw Jignesh for a very long time. And but I knew that Aesha had a dad somewhere in the background. And I saw him. I mean, his little girl was everything for him. In these past few weeks, he's been an anxious dad, he's been worried, he's been elated, ecstatic, everything. And I thought, oh my God, now if this is how he feels for the Arangetram, what is going to happen to him when Aesha gets married? Thank you both so much for your love, for the respect and for the regard that you have for the art form, and for seeing in your child something that you wanted to encourage. She definitely didn't quash any of our dreams. She made them all come true. Didi, pranam. Thank you very much. Aesha, please come here. Sorry, I had to get off my elevation. I was saying last week that titles are easy. It's very easy to give a title. Sometimes they lose their value because titles are going around all over the place and there's too many of them. So we believe in acknowledging our students with a diploma and a certificate to tell them and tell the world that they have achieved something with this performance. So this is a diploma and a certificate of achievement, proudly presented, I repeat, proudly presented to my little girl, to Aesha Derasari on the occasion of her Bharatanatyam Arangetram, July 31st, 2021. I'm not promoting this book. It's not available. I searched like crazy and I got all my students, and you will see me with this next week if you come to the next Arangetram. It's a beautiful book on a young dancer written by an American. It's called Shiva's Fire. And I thought this is such an appropriate, there's something else for it, that this is such an appropriate book for these young dancers. It speaks of a young girl's journey through her dance, and it's beautiful reading. So this is something very special, very personal for you, Aesha. So God bless you.
Thank you. So at this time we'll have a brief musical interlude, and Sri Vasu is going to play some rhythm for us. Thank you so much. What a wonderful performance. We are truly so happy that you were able to join us all the way from Canada, and we got to hear your wonderful performance. Thank you so much. like to call on the stage Jignesh and Punita, Aesha's parents. Give them a big round of applause because they have a
Thank you, Lataji. Good evening. What a mesmerizing evening this has been. Both Punita and I are deeply humbled and honored by your presence to grace Aesha's Bharatnatyam Ranga Pravesham. Yes, I said it. Bharatnatyam Ranga Pravesham. Let me take the joy of saying it once again. Bharatnatyam Ranga Pravesham. Or Arangetram. The reason I dwell and belabor the point of saying these words is because most friends who know us will vouch that we are a true Gujarati family. And in true Gujarati tradition, we love our Garba and we love our Dandiya. I didn't say Bharatnatyam. 12 years back, we didn't even know, we didn't have a clue actually what Bharatnatyam means. Let alone talk about hosting an Arangetram for our daughter. And here we are. What an amazing journey it has been. First and foremost for Aesha, and also for us as a family. Along this journey, we as a family have stumbled, we have made our share of mistakes, and occasionally we had a few bright spots, which all was supposed to culminate last year when this event was supposed to be held, as Auntie said. And then yet again, the pandemic hit, and some more consternation to follow. But after all that, here we are, today in this incredible journey. So today, Punita and I have the honor of acknowledging the contributions of some of the key players in this incredible journey that we as a family have taken.
The journey started out 12 years back with full of excitement, but total lack of understanding. But in our blissful ignorance, we took the best decision in this journey, and that is to ask the one and only Ratna Auntie to be shepherd of this journey. Dr. Ratna Kumar, or Auntie Ji, as we like to call here, has been the bedrock of this journey. And we can say without any hesitations that without the presence of Auntie Ji, we would be lost in this journey, would have long ended. We are sure folks who know her will undoubtedly agree that Auntie Ji is an amazing example of resilience. Along this journey, we have witnessed her dealing with some huge personal losses that have taken a toll physically and emotionally. But every time the chips are down, she deals with the setbacks and comes back with a renewed energy and vigor. That itself is a huge lesson for all of us to learn from. We are sure the words Aesha Aramani will always be etched in Aesha's memory banks as they have been in ours. Auntie Ji, both Jignesh and I are truly blessed to have you as a guru for Aesha, and we will forever be in debt to you for guiding Aesha through the art of Bharatnatyam. But even more importantly, showing us all the art of navigation through the ups and downs of life. No amount of gratitude can be sufficient for all your guidance over the last 12 years. But we would like to offer a small token of appreciation for all your hard work. Thanks again.
This event would not have reached the heights of artistic excellence without the able guidance of the esteemed artists we have on the stage. Vasu sir, Sutikshna ji and Maya have provided amazing music and guidance to Aesha throughout the last week during the rehearsals and today. We truly appreciate your presence and for making this Arangetram a memorable experience for all of us. We would like to offer a small token of our appreciation for all your efforts, starting with Vasu sir. Sutikshna ji for her vocals. And our homegrown talent, Maya here on the violin. As you heard, we are also extremely grateful to Venu sir for his teachings and guidance for Aesha, and also, let me tell you one other thing, also for being a sounding board for all her questions and lending a listening ear for her. Venu sir. We're also blessed to have several family members who have joined us virtually and in person to grace this event. We truly appreciate some of our family members who have come from long distances such as California, New Jersey, Dallas, and even in these difficult times due to the travel restrictions due to the pandemic. We also appreciate several others who have joined virtually on YouTube from India, Australia, UAE, Canada, and other parts of the US to give their blessings to Aesha. Your presence means a lot to Aesha and to us. We thank you all for being here.
As the saying goes, it takes a village to raise a child. This gathering is a great example of that saying. We would not be here without the countless hours that have been spent by so many friends who have embraced this event as their own. Let me start with our MC of the evening, Lataji. What do you guys say? Let me tell you what an amazing multi-talented lady she is. She has already been planning all the small details with Jignesh and I over the last 3 months related to all the decor you see inside and outside of this auditorium. And when the need for MC came up, she was right there as well. We didn't even have to ask Lataji. With friends like you, one can never fail. We would like to take this opportunity to present a small token of our appreciation. Thanks again. And an event like this can never happen without countless hours of support and help from all friends and family. Jignesh and I would like to thank the following folks for their tireless contribution to this event. Kayuri and Alka for all the help and guidance in all the planning, the decorations, and so much more. But above all, being there along with us every step all the way so we never felt overwhelmed.
We'd also like to thank the contributions of Sumaji, Subhadraji, Rekhaji, Jyotiji, for all the hours in planning and doing all the decorations. Bhavin Bhai, Manoj Bhai, Anand Bhai, Shri Bhai, Manju Bhai, Harish Bhai, Uday Bhai, Sanjay Bhai, with all the food preparations. Pratiksha Ji with all the printing materials and other help. Surekha Ji and Vidya Ji backstage getting Aesha ready. Senthil Bhai with all the live streaming going on, and the list goes on and on. If you have missed anyone, please excuse our oversight. We would also like to thank the Bio Center staff, Michelle, Eric, Robert, and the AV staff for all the help in the hall. Jwalanti for all the makeup decoration assistance. Vasundhara for all the costume and hairstyling. Reflection Media for the video and photography. And Bojan for all the food services. I also like to thank all of you to be so gracious to spend this lovely Saturday evening with us and bless Aesha with your presence and guidance. Even in these tough times, as the incidents of the Delta variant are rising around us. Unfortunately, several of our friends and family could not join us in this because of the same reason. So under those circumstances, your presence means a lot to us. This event cannot be half as successful without your indulgence and cooperation. Thanks to all of you from the bottom of our hearts. It means a lot, and I think hence it's proven it does take a village to raise a child.
That brings us to the reason we all are here. The star of the show, our little baby, Aesha. What do you guys think? Wasn't she terrific? Yeah! Aesha, you have made us proud today. Your performance clearly shows the skills and techniques that you have learned and mastered over the last 12 years from your guru. In addition, and probably even more importantly, the dedication you have exemplified during this time has been truly amazing. I distinctly remember the time last year when the lockdown happened and there was no hope to stage this event last year. We were all down and somewhat disappointed. But you gathered yourself and showed amazing character and resilience and recommitted to continue your practice for an additional year until we can do the Arangetram this year. You didn't let any setback that came your way affect you negatively. There were times when the practice was tough and Aramandi wasn't quite happening for you. But you didn't let that deter you and slow you down. If we can offer you one little advice today as you move forward with your career. Tough times never last forever, but the tough people do. Go get them.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks again for coming. I think Aesha would like to say a few words now.
I guess I'm not tall enough. Good evening, everyone. First and foremost, I'd like to thank you all for taking time out of your busy schedules to come and watch me take on this major milestone in my Bharatanatyam career. This event would not be as special as it has been without all of you here to support me. Oh, sorry. Thank you to all the aunties who have helped me and my family in getting everything from the decorations for the hall to the jewelry for myself ready for this occasion, along with the uncles for having to put up and listen to the aunties plan this event for months. I would like to thank all my family and friends who have come out from out of town, whether it's from Dallas, New Jersey, or California, to watch me perform. It means a lot. I would also like to thank everyone online watching me perform in the extremely early hours of India, Canada, and more. Thank you to Lata Aunty for emceeing and coming to my practices, trying to get everything perfect. And thank you to everyone backstage. I would like to thank the musicians who have put in so much of their time and effort into learning the songs and sitting through all of my practices. Dancing is nothing without the music. With COVID-19, these past 2 years have taken a major toll on our lifestyles, and that includes my dancing lifestyle. However, rather than halting all the Anjali Center students' ability to continue dancing at the time, Ratnanti, my guru, mentor, persevered, and did everything in her ability to allow us to continue dancing, including taking classes online, having online performances, etc., etc. So thank you, Ratnanti, for believing in me and throughout all the years, and just believing in all of us and taking all the time to teach all of us. Thank you. I would like to thank my brother for putting up with getting his calls declined and getting a text saying, sorry, I'm practicing for the past several months. Thank you to my grandma for asking me how practice went each time I came home from the center and listening to me go on and on about how practice was. She would always offer to massage my legs. I wish I had taken the offer. And thank you to my parents for spending the past 2 years planning this event, from the decorations to designing the brochures and invitations. Thank you for taking me from and to practices and recording me so I wouldn't forget anything. Thank you to my dad for putting together spreadsheets and sending out several emails, making sure everything is as organized as can be. And thank you to my mom especially for watching me practice, giving me feedback, and learning pretty much half the dance, ready to correct me anytime I made a mistake at home, and retelling me the stories I didn't quite get over and over again to make sure I understood what I was doing. I know both of y'all went through the same amount of stress, if not more, than I did, so thank you so much for everything. And lastly, thank you to everyone else I may not have mentioned. Your help is greatly appreciated. This event would not have been possible without you all. I hope you all enjoyed the performance. Thank you.
Before Lata comes back, I do want to mention that you will see there were names in the brochure for the makeup and for costuming. Unfortunately, the makeup artist became very sick and couldn't come. And truly, I am so grateful to the Anjali family. I mean, this is an extraordinary team. I called my student Jwalanti, and I said, Jwalanti, you're so good at makeup. Can you please come step in and help? I called Jwalanti's mother, Sureka. I called my student Rohini's mother, Vasundhara, who's just fantastic with hairdo and everything else. And I said, can you three help? They formed a team. And they said they will help me with all the Arangetrams. And truly, they stepped in the last minute. They saved the situation. Jwalanti did that last week, and all three of them this week. And I cannot tell you how grateful I am to my Anjali moms and my Anjali kid for doing what they did today. Thank you very much from my heart.
So as the performance is coming to an end, it's a bittersweet moment for all of us who were part of this whole journey. Like I said, we know Aesha from the day she was born, and there was a concerted effort on all the Madrasis in the group to make sure that she got a chance to, experience the South Indian culture, and including all the idlis and dosas that we used to take to her house to make sure she had it in her blood. So this is a very, very proud moment for all of us, and just having known her for such a long time and having worked with her, she's the president of the Interact Club. It's just been a pleasure to see her grow into such a poised young lady, always smiling, always calm, and very collected, and just leading and managing her team. I have seen her work with the Interact Club, and her style of leadership is just amazing. And I learn every day I learn something new from her. So excellent and commendable leadership skills. So before she performs the final dance of today's program, just a few housekeeping items. I'm sure you're all very hungry by now. And Jignesh and Punita, they have a wonderful Gujarati spread for us after the performance. It's in the dining hall downstairs. And I'm told the shortest way to get there is just take this door to my left and it'll lead you directly into the dining room. You don't have to go up and down to come back there. And also, we would appreciate if you can take the program guide and leave it at the table as you head back outside. And if you have not had a chance to sign the guest book, please do so. Your wishes mean a lot to Aesha, and she will really cherish what you write in that book for the rest of her life. So please take a few moments and sign the guest book. And Aesha will be on the stage after the performance if you want to come and greet and say hello to her. And as Auntie said, I was going to mention Jwalanti has been amazing. I've seen her backstage and she just jumped right in and helped Punita to get the right kind of makeup, to do the makeup. And again, amazing young lady. And Sureka and Vasundhara are always there. I've seen them, just jump up and help whenever they are needed. So I am blessed to know Sureka and Vasundhara also. They've known them for almost 20 years now. So as Auntie said, we are so blessed that we have this family, that we come together for each other, and just an amazing experience. So without much ado, I would like to call Jwalanti on the stage now. I think Punita and Jignesh have a small gift for her. Next, I would like to call Vasundhara on the stage. I don't know if she can hear me. She's in the audience. Okay, so this is the dance that everybody waits for. Not only does it signify the end of the performance, but it is also one of the best pieces in the performance. The Tilana is a rhythmic piece that is generally performed at the end of a concert. And this is based on the composition by one of the greatest and most prolific composers, Malgudi Jairaman. By the time the dancer has come to this stage of the recital, she's totally engrossed and is reveling in the sheer joy of dance. In an expression of utter exuberance, the dancer performs this lively and fitting finale, abounding in the exciting and intricate rhythmic patterns. So as a culmination of her performance, Aesha is going to offer this dance, Tilana, at the feet of God. And then Tilana is followed by Mangalam. Mangalam is the final salutation. And Aesha will enter recital with a Mangalam that will follow right after the Tilana. And that's when she will take leave of the audience with salutation to God, Mother Earth, her Guru, and the audience, as a symbol of her gratitude for all your blessings and good wishes. And the most important thing, and you all know this, but all of Aesha's dances are original choreographies of her Guru, Ratna Kumar. So let's give Ratna Auntie a big hand. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the final piece, the Tilana. Enjoy.
Thank you. Live stream went well.
Where are those two guys?
Which two guys?
Live stream guys. Senthil. Senthil, come. Are we done? Are we done? Nobody's there. We're going there. No, we'll clear and go. Okay, why don't you come back? I'll wait. I'll sit here and wait. Yeah, because there are so many laptops in this. I'll be waiting for you. Yeah. Because all these laptops and these are all ours. Let me give you yours. You want to take yours?
No.
Manju, I've given Manju's. You can take it.
I mean, I have a lot of stuff to take, but I don't have anything to hold. So.
If you have a bag, let me know.
I mean, I have it in the green room, but.
No, whenever you take that.
Yeah.
Because this is Manju pages. I can carry some. I can carry some. Keep some. This is done, you know.
I know, right? Stressful.
Thank you.